the morning? To go to school? Okay, what if you didn't have a choice to go to school? What would you do? Why would you get up in the morning? To what? You said what? Hold on. You won't get up? Is that what you're saying? Okay. No. Realistically, people get up in the morning because they have some kind of purpose.
The name of the curriculum is iLead 21, and I think the whole concept of the curriculum is beautiful because it is time to start teaching teenagers and youths how to be leaders.
So the idea of iLead started from Southeast Raleigh High School. Mr. and Mrs. Edwards, they came into one of our classes and delivered iLead 21. And ever since then, I was also interested in learning various styles of leadership. And back in 2011, when I was in Nigeria for about 3 months, I decided that I wanted to kind of maybe visit some of the schools in Nigeria to see how I can resurrect my high school graduation project, which my topic was about Nigerian education. And I started pulling leadership lessons from online and just kind of trying to see how receptive the students were to what I was teaching them. And what really drove me the most was their curiosity and their eagerness to really learn this different style of learning. And from there on, I asked my sisters to join in, and we just had all these huge ideas of what we wanted to do, but we didn't really have a concrete plan. So that's how we were introduced to the Social Brain Innovation Fellowship at UNC Chapel Hill, which really helped us formulate our idea into something more concrete. So we were able to have a well thought out plan with the project. And then after that, iLead Nigeria formed, and we're able to partner with Ignacio's Worldwide Network and also the Edwards Educational Services, which has been extremely helpful because they're able to leverage iLead Nigeria.
On the first day of the program, we were introduced to what it was like, what iLead was, and we spoke about the attributes of leaders and leadership itself, and we spoke on examples of leaders.
And when we were taught things about leadership, the autocratic leadership, democratic and transformative leadership, I was able to know that leadership exists among us, exists among our neighbors, exists among we individuals also as well.
The second activity where we had questions like, how would you describe your personality? How would others describe your personality? I was able to think, and just in a way I kind of discovered, okay, I would say this about myself, and I think others would say this about me, and I was able to say some of my traits that I would like to correct and others I would like to improve.
After delivering the iLead 21 curriculum to the students of Lead City High School and LIDEP group of schools, I noticed that a lot of them really were receptive to the material that was taught within the curriculum. One of the activities that we did in class dealt with one of the 5 iLead principles, which is building trust within your peers and your colleagues. So one of the activities that the students did was called, I guess, kind of a blindfolded activity. We had 2 students involved in this activity. One of them was blindfolded and the other one was not blindfolded. So what the goal of this activity was to basically allow the student to find a notebook, the student that's blindfolded, to find a notebook in a corner. But the only way to find that notebook in the corner is to listen to the instructions of the person who is not blindfolded. So the students really enjoyed that activity because it was kind of silly at first, but the overall goal, I think they really enjoyed how that message was sent to the students.
What I learned the most is because what I've been used to, what I've been taught basically, it's just the theoretical aspect of what you brought out practically. You sort of created activities that sort of spiked out the flair and brought out what we've been taught in class.
After introducing the curriculum to the faculty and administrators of Lead City High School and LIDEP group of schools, I realized that they are very receptive to accepting this curriculum. One of the main reasons why faculty members are very quick to accept this curriculum is because they currently don't have a leadership component in their educational standard.
If this kind of program can be introduced into the curriculum of different schools, apart from the fact that students have to learn their math and algebra, there should be a space for them to be able to understand that apart from academics, there are other things they can do to impact lives of other people in a country and how they can actually help other people in their vicinity.
My schoolmates and I gained a lot, and I can only imagine if it was in every school, like Nigeria would be a much better society, because teenagers would know wrong from right, and when we grow, we would grow to be potential leaders.
All we've been taught is about government. What about? We've been taught how bad the government is or whatever happens, but we're not being taught how to be the better government. So I think this curriculum is perhaps what could turn Nigeria around.
So one of my reasonings for joining this project was knowing that this leadership curriculum had the potential to bring out the courage in the Nigerian students. One thing during the debates and the activities, one thing that I noticed that the students had mentioned was that they had problems with Nigeria's political corruption. The fact that the roads aren't paved, the fact that they pay taxes and the electricity goes off every 6 to 8 hours. So it's going to take a courageous person to stand up and say that this is wrong. And eventually, with time and development, they can go into policy and government and actually make those changes to ensure that everybody's rights is being respected and that they're getting the resources that they need to be able to live a quality-driven life. So towards the end of the trial, we asked the students to kind of give us like a general reflection on what they felt and how receptive they were to the program. And I was going through the notebook pages and just reading the students' responses. One of them really resonated with me well, and it just speaks so much power to me. Somebody said that the leadership program helped them identify qualities that they weren't even able to see in themselves.
Before this curriculum, I didn't have any plan on actually being so known. Obviously, I want to be known. I want to be someone who will be able to impact into the lives of youth when I grow. But I didn't have the idea in a large span. It was supposed to be a social-based thing. But now that I've been able to understand the concept of the iLead 21 program, I plan on using it not just in a social way, but in other ways, which will be able to impact lives of youth in a more beneficial way.
So overall, I definitely do feel fulfilled. This trip has been life-changing, and also it's kind of opened up some areas in which we know that we need to work on. We definitely know that this project is long-term, and we hope to really bring in or recruit more youth to kind of help out with this project as well and be involved. And essentially our goal is to really inspire Nigerians in America or London or anywhere to, once they get educated in the westernized area, like to come back to Nigeria to really help out the youth and to serve as some kind of inspiration for them, because seriously, yes, Nigeria is great, but there's still some of their problems as well, and it really starts with building our youth, and that's what me and my sisters, we are trying to do. We believe that this is a seed planted in us, and we're just going to keep doing what we're doing now until we see significant changes. Every day Nigeria is progressing, but at the same time we want to be able to instill effective leadership styles for our youth.
They know my story. From old dog studio, I be hustle to work. Me and Siri. From old dog studio, we been hustle to work. My people dead, my people suffer. Them they pray for blessing. My people dead, them they pray for blessing, for better life.